What would be critical to a project manager working with Microsoft Project 2013? Well, how about the project's completion date? Wouldn't it be nice if we could go in Microsoft Project and quickly and easily see all of those tasks that are actually driving the project's completion date? That way we would know what tasks to focus on if we're having an issue with that completion date being too far out in the future. In this MicroNugget, we're going to do just that. I'll show you how easy it is to see what tasks are driving your project's completion date. Let's get started. So here we are in a blank project file. I'm going to go ahead and say that, all right, all tasks are going to be auto-scheduled, as we love to do, to take advantage of course, the great scheduling functionality and algorithms inside of Microsoft Project. And we're going to create a couple of tasks. I'll say the first task is the first task. Not very creative, I know, but bear with me. We just want to make sure we get a sense for how this critical path feature works and how easy it is to find it. So here's our second task. Here is a third task that we have in the project, and here is a fourth task that we're going to have in this particular project. Now, for the first task, we'll say the duration is going to be 3 days. The second task is 4 days. The third task is 5 days, and the fourth task is 2 days. We'll go ahead and create our linking relationships. For instance, this task is going to link to this one, and we know the default linking relationship is a finish to start type of relationship. So there we go. So we can see those tasks being spread out. We don't work weekends in the default base calendar, so we can see these tasks are spanning over the weekends. Now what we'll do is we'll bring in some slack with one of these particular tasks. What I'll do is just grab this particular Gantt bar and we'll say, look, we want to move this task to start later and we want to keep the link. So now we can see we have some slack in our particular project, right? So what is the project finish date at this point? Well, we can see this dotted line right here. We're going to finish on 7/31/2013. Yeah, that's when we're going to finish according to the inputs that we have given Microsoft Project. But what tasks are driving this particular finish date? Well, to see that, what we're going to do is go up to the View menu, and we can go into a bunch of different views here under the task usage dropdown. And one of the things that we can do is we can go ahead and look at the detail Gantt chart. Aha! We see that the items now highlighted in red are the critical path. They're directly driving the completion date of this particular project. How cool. Those highlighted in blue because of the slack between these tasks and the other tasks, they're not directly driving that particular finish date. Obviously, if we were to remove the slack, all 4 of these tasks would be scheduled one right after the other, and all 4 tasks would be directly driving the particular project completion date. So, several ways to see the critical path information inside of Microsoft Project 2013, but my favorite way, and the way I just demonstrated, was just to go ahead and take a look at the Gantt detail view of your particular project. By the way, one more tip while we're in here. Don't forget, in long, complex projects, you'll want to consider using the zoom feature. In fact, what we do is we go zoom and then select zoom, and we can say, all right, I want to see 3 months, 1 month, 2 weeks. I want to see the entire project. I want to see a certain number of days. And your Gantt chart, or in this case, the Gantt detail chart, will size itself beautifully so you can see the particular information you need to view. Well, I hope this has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing.